Why?
Well, it seems like maybe you're undervaluing it. So, all right. Well, listen. Well, good luck with that. That's terrible news. I feel bad for you and the son. So,
well, I'm thinking he better not kick me out, because if he does, I'm going to break out all the windows in the house.
That's a good threat. That's a good threat. And you're doing such productive work, sitting there eating Oreos all day long. I can't imagine why he wouldn't want you in the house.
He don't understand about stuff.
Maybe even that was what the problem is. So let me guess.
He tells me I cause too much commotion and problems.
Well,
how could that even be?
I don't know. The chef woman probably said that maybe that's what the whole falling out's about. Maybe her feelings were hurt because you weren't eating her food because you'd lost your appetite after eating, 1,000 Oreos every day.
And I told her the other night she wanted to make pork chops. I said, listen, I don't want that. I want chicken. Change it. She said she couldn't. It was already started.
Uh-huh.
I said, listen, you can change anything you want.
Wow.
She wouldn't change it.
Not if she'd already started. She shouldn't waste the perfectly good food.
She fixed my plate, and I sat down at the dinner table, and I just looked at my food and just said, I sure wish this was chicken. I sure wish this was chicken.
Well, that doesn't sound like you were causing a commotion. It just seemed like you were quietly protesting.
Well, no. She didn't like it when I stabbed my fork into the table.
Wow, that's a violent sort of move. That must have been scary for everybody. Did it stick there?
I don't know. She wasn't at the table. I was there just looking, going, I sure wish this was some chicken.
Yeah.
It didn't even turn into it. Like sometimes if you just think hard enough about stuff, it'll change to what you want it to be.
Yeah, like Yoda.
I don't even eat yogurt.
No,
like that stuff.
Yoda. Empire Strikes.
Yeah.
No. All right, so
they got strawberry, pineapple, all that.
No, I know what yogurt is, and I know what flavors it comes in. Hey, the Ed, we just did a little John Madden and the Ed role play there. What about if we do something else? I've been talking a lot about Michael Vick. He's going to be sitting down with Commissioner Goodell here at some point this week, and I think it's a little silly that Commissioner Goodell says, I need to see remorse. I need to see contrition from Mike Vick. Where do you stand on this?
I'll be back in the league Tuesday. It ain't no problem.
I agree. I think it's funny that people sit around and debate whether or not Mike Vick. What team? I don't know. Is there a team out there that'll take a chance on him? Of course there is.
Of course there is. Listen, that's the silliest thing. Here's what you say. Here's the silly thing that I heard. They said, oh, if he lets him back, there'll be a backlash from the fans. Okay. Here's what can be productive at ESPN. Here's what you guys could do. You run polls all day long, and 200,000 people answer them. So, hey, ask the people, are you going to not watch the NFL if Michael Vick's back? And whatever that poll says, either he comes back or he don't.
Well, listen, of course, that would be a double standard.
Who cares if sports fans, if you're not a sports fan, who cares if you ain't going to watch the NFL? We don't want them people watching anyway. Who cares if some people that don't even watch football go, hey, we don't want Michael Vick playing. Well, you know what? Don't watch the game. You don't anyway.
Well, that's exactly right. Would you watch the NFL if Mike Vick's a part of it? Of course people are going to do that.
Yeah.
And then if you say, would you want Mike Vick on your team? I bet you a lot of people would say, in a vacuum, no. But as soon as he gets onto your team, then he'll be cheered wildly, of course.
Everybody hates T.O. till he's on their team.
That's right. Right, not to compare.
Franco Harris. People hated Franco Harris.
No, they didn't. Nobody ever hated Franco Harris. Who hated Franco Harris? He's an upright citizen.
They didn't want him on the Steelers, but then they got used to him. He had that earring. They were like, what's this?
What? What are you talking about? Earrings, and people were happy when he was on the Steelers. All right, I don't want to go down that path. So let's talk about that, the Ed. Let's do a little thing here. Let's do a little hypothetical what that's going to go like. Commissioner Goodell and Mike Vick. All right, I'll be Commissioner Goodell. All right. Hello, Michael. How are you?
I'm Michael Vick.
Yes, I know you're Michael Vick. That's why I called you Michael. And you're good to see you. Glad to see you came through in good health after those, what I'm sure were tough 23 months.
Yeah, it sure was a long time. All I could think about it, how sorry I was. I should have never, ever did nothing bad like that. I mean, I never did nothing bad like that before.
Well, Michael, I have to disagree. You did do something pretty heinous. You know, it's about as bad a deed as a human being can commit. To do that to poor defenseless animals, really reprehensible stuff.
I know. I probably should have put gloves on them so they could fight fair. But anyway.
No, that's. I think you're missing my point here. What's going on over there, by the way?
What?
There's a commotion going on. What commotion is that?
Dang, what are you talking? You always saying there's a motion.
There's a commotion. What are you doing there? If this is Michael Vick, maybe you still have that goatee and it's rubbing into the phone, but it's annoying.
I got it. See, you always catch me on a day I don't shave.
Yeah. Well, listen. Well, now you ruined it. I'm curious to see how the whole thing ends.
Well, let's keep going.
All right, well, Michael, so the bottom line is it will be a PR nightmare for the league and for myself if there is any hint of indiscretion on your part going forward. What assurances can you give me that this criminal past is indeed in the past?
Well, I went around to every dog in the city, and I've given them all a free can of puppy chow.
Is that true? I'd not heard of that about that. I would think that the paparazzi might have captured that on film somewhere.
Well, I didn't want to make a big deal about it because I don't want you to think I want everybody to follow me when I do my good deeds.
I see.
And all my community service is going to be good towards these dogs, and I'm going to make everybody happy, and all the dogs are going to be happy. And they're going to, and even the Cleveland Browns are going to donate the dog pound to whatever team I go to.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard about that. Well, listen, it sounds heartfelt. You really do seem to be...
I'm so super duper sorry. And if I ever do anything bad again, I'll let you know.
Well, that's very big of you. I appreciate if you could put in a call to let me know if you do have a misstep somewhere down the line.
Yeah, but I really, really, really want to play. And, I've already talked to the 49ers. They're pretty much ready to give me a contract.
Well, I don't know if that's appropriate. I'm going to have to take that up with Niners ownership then, because
they call. I got a voicemail on them. You want to hear it?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I would like to hear that.
Hold on. Hello, Michael Vick. This is the 49ers owner, and come on down and play on our team. Yep, that was it.
That was the entire message?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like, again, I will have to take that up with the San Francisco ownership, and that is inappropriate, but it is nice to hear that at least one member of our very small and proud fraternity is willing to embrace you with open arms. And
well, no, also we've had a couple other teams.
Well, you'll have to provide me with those names. Who did?
The Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear their voicemail message?
I'd be interested to hear that. Yes, please.
Hold on.
This is a fact-finding interview.
Hello, Michael Vick. This is the owner of the Dolphins, and we want you to come play on our team. Call back.
Curious, in the cell phones and the recording, the voice messaging systems that I use generally, it doesn't necessarily sound the way yours do. You must have a high-tech a setup over there, Mr. Vick.
No, I can't afford that. I don't have any money. I was going to have a phone. It was called Sprint, but I had to get their slower model called the Jog.
All right. Apparently, if it doesn't work out for you in your second go-round in the NFL, you have a career as a stand-up. In the meantime, though, let me say this to you. Mike Vick, as the commissioner of the National Football League, welcome back.
Thank you, sir, and you will be disappointed.
I will be disappointed?
No, you won't. You ain't going to be disappointed about nothing. I'm going to do everything I can to be right about it.
Well, that's the end. That's the end of the role play. And let me say, Ed, that was Oscar worthy. I really thought, be honest with me, because you're on the phone. Did you well up with tears? It sounded like you might actually have done that old actor's trick of actually made yourself cry a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you really? Wow, good for you. Yeah. Committing to the role.
I want you to tell all your California friends I want to be in a show. Man, put me on TV. But I only want to be on ABC. I don't want to be on NBC or CBS or Fox. I want to be on ABC.
Maybe there could be a whole show about the man who eats Oreo cookies all day.
I don't care. It don't matter. Sign it up. I'll do it tomorrow night. Just tell him I'll be there.